On the pole for your first of two heats in your Quality Truck Tire and Auto Service Modifieds, that's going to be the 21B of Jason Brees into the outside. Your defending track champion, the Mapleton Farm Boy, the 23 of Jim Tees.
Inside of row number 2 in the double OK from Slushwig, Trey Klein. And on the outside in the 1R from Dunlap, Craig Reitz.
Inside your third and final row, he trucked all night, but he made it here. That is a 15M of Shane DeMay into the outside. That is the 12, the Lake City Raider, Doug Smith. We are green. And as they fire him off down into 1 and 2, it is going to be the Mapleton Farm Boy with the early advantage. Shane DeMay digging like Dale on the inside, but can't quite catch up to the double OK of Klein. He is now, however, to the inside of the 21B of Breeze, as it's going to be Teese, Klein, and then the rest of the field bundled up together.
Klein has second. DeMay wants it. He gets just inside the double OK, but can't quite pull even with him. Now down the back straightaway, he almost does. Down into 3 and 4 this time. DeMay noses ahead momentarily. They're still side by side. And off of turn number 4, give the runner-up spot to Shane DeMay.
Shane DeMay, Tuesday, Wednesday, and last night ran the 141 Speedway, the Clash of the Creek, made the A main, finished 21st. Made his way from Maribel, Wisconsin up by Green Bay all the way here, and now he is up to second and reeling in the 23 of Teese. Can he get a heat race win?
5th to 2nd with 5 still to go for the number 15M, Denison's own Shane DeMay. He is going after Jim Teese, pinning his ears back and whipping his steed down into 3 and 4. Gets close, but no cigar so far. Teese continues to show the way.
You've got an RG3 Elite Razor chassis versus a 2021 Harris chassis going at it right now as DeMay gets to the inside of Teese. New leader DeMay. Shane DeMay will now take the lead. Teese now goes from the hunted to the hunter, trying to get back up to DeMay. DeMay bobbles just a hair, but is able to retain with 3 laps to go.
I think Teese had to get out of it a little bit to avoid any contact there off of turn number 4, but he goes to the bottom side once again, drifts up the racetrack off of turn number 2, and DeMay to a third of a straightaway advantage down the back chute. Don't look now, but Klein wants a piece of the action, going after the second spot. Reitz in 4th, and 5th is Smith.
It is Shane DeMay as he has started to gap the 23 of Teese. The double OK of Klein, he is whipping that car like a rented government plow mule, trying to catch up to Teese. We may have a battle for second or third as Doug Smith has now put himself into 4th, getting around the 1R of Reitz.
White flag for Denison's own Shane DeMay. Through 1 and 2 this time, as everybody is running the bottom side of the racetrack right now. DeMay into 3 and off of 4 for the final time as they battle for the second spot. No contest for Shane DeMay.
Drive all night, no sleep, who cares? Shane DeMay will pick up the heat race win. Is Jim Teese in second, the double OK Trey Klein third, Doug Smith in 4th, and the 1R of Craig Reitz rounds out your top 5. Ricky the Racer Steffen. And
I tried.
You did. You'll get it. You'll get it, man. So, trust me. On bringing up tail end Charlie, this is another blast from the past, folks, as he has been out of racing for quite a while. But he is back. The man they call Goober, the 6T of Jeff Tonight from Ute. Great to see Goober back in a car for sure. Green is out and we are rolling.
Stevens going top shelf, and he will nose ahead into the lead down the back straightaway. A multi-time winner at the Crawford County Speedway of feature events, going after a heat race win. Another one this season as Berrigan battles back on the inside.
Stevens with the early advantage as we are 1 down, 7 to go. Berrigan trying to look to the inside, not quite able to do it. Here comes Racer, Ricky the Racer Steffen, as he is sitting in 3rd in that famous yellow number 25, as he is going after a fellow Siouxland native, Berrigan in the 88, but it's still Stevens with the lead.
Steffen right there. Stevens continues to show the way, but Berrigan is strong on the bottom. Stevens just getting the drive off the corner that he needs to stay out front. Steffen right there in 3rd. 4th right now is Reitz, and Goober with trouble down the back straight. He is going to pull into the infield.
Meanwhile, we have a battle for the lead going on as Stevens went bobbled just a little bit. Berrigan has it for the moment, but correction, new leader Berrigan is, yes, he will clear Stevens. So Sean Berrigan, the Sergeant Bluff hot shoe, he takes over the lead with Jeff Stevens in second, Ricky the Racer Steffen in third. Then you got Alex Reeds in fourth right now as they click off another lap, 4 to go.
Stevens has the second spot, but Steffen wants it, and he is on the bottom side off of 2 that time. Stevens drives back around him. Steffen will go to the inside once again. Drifting up the racetrack is the 92, and Steffen will nose ahead, but they are side by side at the flag stand.
Those two are putting on an amazing battle behind your leader Berrigan, as both drivers want that second place spot and a possible shot if anything happens to Berrigan. Right now, Stevens with the advantage as they head down into 3 and 4. But Stevens battling back out to the inside. Not going to happen. Stevens will have it as they cross the line, 2 to go.
A close battle for position, and they're getting closer on the racetrack, it seems like, every time they come off the corner. Down the back straightaway, Steffen noses ahead once again. Stevens trying to come back at him on the outside. Berrigan running solidly in the lead. White flag.
Ricky the Racer Steffen able to now get by the 92 of Stevens. That'll give him second spot. Now he is going to the whip. Can he possibly get close enough to try and do anything with Berrigan? He's got one last shot into 3 and 4. Not going to happen. Sean Berrigan's going to win. Ricky the Racer Steffen second. Jeff Stevens third. And Alex Reeds will round out your field. Occasionally Gatorade, but most of the time Powerade Zero's on sale, so we'll go with that.
There you go.
It's not a brand allegiance thing. It's a whatever's cheaper thing.
Right. I get that. I hear that. So the front row electing to go to the rear here, and so we'll see dual 25s on the front row to start heat race number 1.
Yeah, that's going to move Alex Davenport, Gunnar Pike to row 1, Justin Bolte, Mike Hausman, row 2, Devin Fredrickson, Gene Ackland, row 3, and then, of course, Steve Hurst, Matty Miller, bring it up the rear. As they said in the movie Full Metal Jacket, in the rear with the gear. So as Matt Stubbe looks them over, gives them permission, they're going to hit the fun button, and we are going to be sprint car racing. Down into turn number 1, it is going to be Gunnar Pike and the Grass Assassins, number 25, with the early advantage. Mike Hausman in second as Hausman now trying to get up to the tail tank of the 25. Third is going to be the 14S or 14G of Ackland, but right now Gunnar Pike with the lead.
Pike jumped all over this field, but down to the bottom side of the racetrack and the slide across the groove with the 4L as Hausman will take it down the back straightaway. He is going to remain on the inside as Pike tries to lean on the cushion, but there's not much up there right now. Hausman comfortably into the first spot.
It is once again Hausman, then followed by Pike. The 14G of Ackland, then you got the 2 of Fredrickson and the 25A of Davenport. Your top 5, but right now it is Mike Hausman starting to pull away and gap the 25 of Gunnar Pike.
Ackland with a run down the front straightaway and gets near Pike near the flag stand for the runner-up spot. In the middle of the racetrack, Ackland easily gets around Gunnar Pike down the back stretch into the number 2 spot. Off of turn number 2 is the 14G. So Pike to third, Fredrickson continuing to hold down fourth, but all over him for that position, and maybe taking it now is Davenport.
Now we'll see with 4 laps to go, can Ackland catch up to the 4L of Hausman and do anything with him? As right now Hausman tiptoeing around the inside, right around the tires, as he leads another lap, 3 to go.
Pretty well strung out until the 4th position right now, as Davenport finally gets around Fredrickson on the top side of the racetrack, and he will keep that spot down the back straightaway unless Fredrickson can come back at him. 2 to go for Hausman.
2 more trips around the Crawford County Speedway for heat race number 1. It is still Hausman, followed by Ackland, Pike, Fredrickson, and Davenport. But coming down to see the white flag, 4L, Mike Hausman.
Continue to keep an eye on the fourth position battle here as Fredrickson and Davenport have been side by side for most of this heat race. They just passed the flag stand as halfway down the back straightaway is Hausman. Mike Hausman in that 4L will come off of turn number 4 for the final time and take the checkered flag and win heat race number 1.
Mike Hausman's going to win. Gene Ackland in second. Gunnar Pike third. At the line, it's going to be Alex Davenport in fourth as he barely nips out Devin Fredrickson in fifth. And unfortunately, Justin Bolte will not be making it to the start-finish line as he did a half a spin cycle through 3 and 4.
And if you start up front, you like to stay up front. So we'll see who can do that.
Yeah, the problem is whoever leads lap 1 is going to have a stack pack of snarling hounds right behind him.
Greenwood and Spora will lead this one off and fire them off of turn number 4 for heat race number 2. And we are racing.
It's time to make the thunder as they're going to fire it off down into 1 and 2 right now. It is going to be Greenwood with the early advantage, but here comes Spora. Spora right beside, side by side with Greenwood. They're going to fire it off down into 3. Clubundy now sitting in third. Miller. Look at, here comes Toby Chapman and Superman Stu Snyder. They are nose to tail.
Chapman squeezing by Kaluni that time as they are still side by side for the lead right now, and Spora powers by on the top side. Greenwood into second, but Chapman from deep in the field is going to try to split the difference down the front straightaway.
From the outhouse almost to the penthouse, Toby Chapman having his way with the field right now. He is going to go around the 43 of Greenwood, and guess what? Completes the outhouse to penthouse move. Toby Chapman from dead last 8th will lead with 5 to go.
Snyder already into third. A little more of a methodical approach so far for Superman as Greenwood continues to be in the runner-up spot, but Snyder will be all over him into 3 and 4 this time as he goes up to the top side of the groove and will take the runner-up spot 3 wide for 4th.
When Superman Stu Snyder has been here this year, nobody has had anything for him. Are we seeing someone finally bring in a truckload of kryptonite to go up against Superman? Toby Chapman is going to lead with 3 to go.
Chapman, Snyder, Greenwood, Joe Miller right now. Spora back to 5th as Clavundi is going after him for that spot. And then it's Clayton Christensen. The Raging Bull is what we're going to call it now, as Chapman has Snyder coming with 2 to go.
Oh, with 2 to go, this could set up to be an epic battle, and this is only in the heat race. Imagine when this gets down to nitty-gritty feature time, as Chapman is going to slide it through 3 and 4. Snyder almost to his tail tank. White flag is out. 3/8 of a mile to go.
Snyder all over the rear nerve bar of the 7C as they slide and kick the dust up in turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Superman to the outside coming into 3 and 4. Side by side off of turn number 4. Chapman holds him off with contact, and Superman is second.
Wow. Jake Greenwood is third. Joe Miller fourth. Brett Clabundi in fifth. But, man. And the thing about it is, Snyder had nowhere to go, because if he wouldn't have gone down, he would have actually hit the wall and would have been so much worse. But what a move. And Chapman held on. What a heat race, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Crawford County Speedway, get up, get on your feet. Let them hear you, folks. This is your A feature for your quality truck, tire, and auto service modifieds. Row number 4 to the inside. That's going to see the South Sioux City native Ricky the Racer Steffen into the outside. Your current points leader, the 15M of Shane DeMay. Row number 5. Scheduled to see the 6T of Jeff Goober tonight, but he is not making the call. So that is going to leave the 21B Jason Breeze to the inside and the 12 of Doug Smith to the outside. 20 laps is going to be the distance. We are green with the modifieds, and it's going to be Sean Berrigan with the early advantage as they're going to lead him down into 1 and 2. He's got Stevens, but here, look at the run by the Mableton Farm Boy of Teese. As Stevens bobbles just a little bit, it's going to be Teese, and then the double OK of Trey Klein, but Sean Berrigan with the early advantage.
Teese shot out of a cannon down the front straightaway with one down at the flag stand. He might have had the lead, but he is definitely getting after it and attacking the top spot. Now the drive off of turn number 2. He noses ahead down the back chute of the Crawford County Speedway. Going top shelf in 3 and 4 once again. And Teese has the lead at the flag stand.
Teese with the lead. Then it is Berrigan being hounded by the 92 of Stevens. The double OK of Trey Klein. Also being hounded by the 15 Emma DeMay. DeMay going to get by. That'll put him up in that 4th place spot. Moving Klein back to 5th. But right now, it's all Jim Teese up front. Jeff Stevens now goes into 2nd.
Berrigan 3rd. DeMay coming after him for a podium spot right now. Klein trying to hang on over Steffen to a top 5 position. Stevens drives in a little lower than Teese, but Teese is comfortably out front right now as you can throw a blanket over 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Jim Teese, not a very comfortable lead as the 92 of Stevens all over him. Teese knows there's a car there, not sure who it is. Right now, he's just running the cushion in that RZ3 Elite Razor and trying to hold off Stevens.
Berrigan with DeMay and Steffen both going after him for the 3rd spot. In the middle of the racetrack, DeMay can't quite get the run he wants. Berrigan powers by him on the top side, and don't look now, but Steffen is catfishing around the bottom, trying to go 2 for off 3 and 4 this time.
That is your best battle on the track right now is Berrigan, Steffen, and DeMay. That is for 3, 4, and 5 as Stevens tries to take another shot up at Teese. Not going to happen. Now Berrigan is able to clear the 25 of Steffen. DeMay just looking for a way through right now as he and Berrigan both going to park it right on the cushion through 3 and 4.
Most cars on the top shelf. Steffen making the bottom work as best he can right now as he continues to go to the inside, going after the 3rd position. But Berrigan gets the run down the hill slightly, down the back straightaway, and continues to be on the podium. DeMay is right there as well on the high side. Teese and Stevens still out front.
You can feel the humidity coming up as the action is heating up. Steffen right next door to the 88 of Berrigan is now give Ricky the Racer third position as Teese is going to click off another lap. 11 to go.
Teese right up on the outside wall and then drives it down a little bit out of turn number 2 that time, and makes up a little more ground on Stevens, who's not going quietly into the night, but can't quite make up as much ground as he wants.
Jim Teese, as they're halfway home, had a birthday last Monday. Can he give himself a belated birthday present with a win here at the Crawford County Speedway? He's going to fire it off down the backstretch. Meanwhile, Berrigan and DeMay, that battle's heating up with Trey Klein coming in on board as well. But 9 to go. It's still all Jim Teese.
Teese running a very clean race so far as he slot cars around the top side once again. Down the back straightaway this time, strung out by 6 or 7 car lengths back to Jeff Stevens. Steffen comfortably in the 3rd position. Berrigan in 4th, and now being challenged for 5th is DeMay by Klein.
Klein now underneath the 15M of DeMay. DeMay is going to clear him barely with 8 to go right now, so keep an eye on that battle as Klein trying to keep up with DeMay. DeMay trying to catch back up to Berrigan back up front. Wash, rinse, and repeat as Teese leads another lap.
Teese just has to keep driving like he is to hold on and get this victory tonight as Stevens is giving it all he's got and makes up a little bit of ground into the corner that time in 3 and 4. He's going to just drive it deeper as the laps wind down.
Still amazing. Ricky the Racer Steffen is the only one other than Trey Klein hooking it right along the tires and making it work as he is sitting solidly in that third spot. But the battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth still red hot between Berrigan, Klein, and DeMay.
Best battle on the racetrack right now is that three-car battle where the victor would gain the fourth position. Right now, Berrigan is leading the way, but Klein, once again, catfishing around the tires on the bottom. Stevens is reeling in T slowly here.
With 4 laps to go, if Stevens is going to reel him in and try to get by him, he better start laying his cards on the table right now as Teese is about to go all in. Does he have a royal flush or does he only have a pair of 2s? We're going to find out in just 3 short laps.
He has the hook in him, but can he get him in the boat? That's the question. As we are nearly 3 wide with a little bit of contact to the backside of Berrigan there by DeMay. It's still a 3-car battle for that 4th position. Keep your head on a swivel, though. We might have a battle for the lead here in the last couple laps.
Yeah, DeMay gave a nice shot to the shorts to Berrigan. Meanwhile, Berrigan's going to lose that 4th place spot to Klein. Meanwhile, they're going to be coming down to the white flag this time by Jim Teese. Just has to hang on for 3/8 of a mile. Can he do it?
Teese going top shelf in 1 and 2 this time. Stevens slides up, may have bumped the wall in 1 that time, off of turn number 2.
Oh! DeMay, contact with the 88 of Berrigan. Berrigan in the wall.
Oh, and trying to avoid him. More trouble on the front straightaway.
Jason Breeze in the 21B, unfortunately. DeMay has been getting absolutely killer runs off of turn 4. That's where the shot in the shorts came last time. Matt Stubbe drops the green, and we are racing. Look at Ricky the Racer Steffen. Steffen with a shot right by the 92 of Stevens. He's trying to go for more. He tries to get the lead. Unfortunately, not able to get by Teese this time. Now he's going to drive it on the low side, drive it in deep. It is Teese to the outside. Steffen to the inside. As they come down and take the white flag, Teese by a nose.
Stevens right there as well. Your race is for the lead into 1 and 2 for the final time. Steffen noses ahead, and Teese powers by on the outside. Down the back chute for the final time. Into 3 and 4. High scary side is Teese. Steffen on the bottom. They come to the checker. Teese got him by a nose.
Jim Teese by half a car length pulls off the win. The 25 Ricky the Racer Steffen in second. Jeff Stevens in third. Craig Reitz credited with fourth. And the double OK Trey Klein will round out the top 5. What an absolute barn burner of a finish. Don't forget, next week is going to be McClellan Electric and Monster Graphics Night. While we will not have Culver Sport Compacts that night, we will have the one and only shot this year to see the RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Model Series. And if last year's race was any indication, I know I keep talking about it, but it was an absolutely great race. You're going to be in for a real treat. If you want to see late models at the Crawford County Speedway, get here next week. Bring your in-laws, your outlaws, your dear sweet mother-in-law. Bring a friend, bring an enemy, bring somebody with, because you're not going to want to miss the late model action.
Lights are out. And the IMCA RaceSaver Sprint Cars with Jake Greenwood and Alex Davenport leading them into 3 and 4. It's time to shake down the thunder at Crawford County Speedway. Here we go, sprint car racing.
They are down the front stretch into 1 and 2. It is going to be Greenwood with the early advantage. Davenport sitting there in second. Here comes Snyder. Snyder is going to get a twofer. by the 4L of Hausman and the 77 of Clebundy. That's going to put him up in that third place spot. Now Hausman's going to try to battle back to the inside, but it's going to be Greenwood with the initial lead.
Already up to third is Snyder as he is going after the second spot here. Inside of Davenport, down the back straightaway, side by side, NHRA into turns 3 and 4. And give it to Stuart Snyder, and hello, he's already knocking on the door of Greenwood.
Toby Chapman a little tardy to the party, but he is starting to make his way forward as well. We saw him have the kryptonite in the heat race. Can he get up there and battle it out with Snyder, or will Snyder pick up yet another victory? Right now, he is to the outside of Greenwood as they come down. It's going to be new leader Snyder.
Superman to the point with 3 down and 17 laps to go. Back to second is Greenwood. In third with Hausman giving him company in the battle for third is Davenport as Hausman will have the spot. He noses ahead into 3 and 4 this time. Clebundy rounds out the top 5 right now. Chapman going for 6th around Miller.
It is still Stu Snyder as he is starting to definitely leave the key on the counter and check out from the 43 of Greenwood. Hausman still trying to hold off a pipe battle against the 25A of Davenport right now.
Even if Chapman makes up all kinds of ground in this main event, he's probably going to need a caution as he's mired back in 7th position right now. As we come down, 6 down, 14 to go for number 5.
Chapman definitely not quite as stout as he was in the heat race at the moment, but it is still the field stringing out just a little bit. You have to go way outside the top 5 to see Devin Fredrickson, Shadrick Spora battling it out, followed by Gunnar Pike and the 14G of Gene Ackland battling it out about mid-pack.
Lap traffic will be a factor with 8 down and 12 laps to go next time by as Superman continues to slot car around the outside, and the number 5, Matty Miller, will be the first lap car. Oh, trouble for Pike as he is inside of the tires in turn 1 and off the pace in the 25 car.
Heartbreaker for the 25 Grass Assassins car from South Bend, Nebraska, and the caution is going to come out for Gunnar Pike.
Well, that changes things, but we'll see how much. See what Mike Hausman can do on this restart as Greenwood, who led the first few laps, is in third. Davenport in fourth. Fifth is Clebundy. Current point leader Joe Miller in sixth. And then you see the 7C of Chapman. 8th, Fredrickson, Spora 9th, and the top 10 rounded out by Ackland as here we go again off of turn number 4.
Oh, a little bit of a trickery by Superman Stuart Snyder. He let him down, slowly down to that cone, and then he matted the fun button as he puts a sizable gap on second place right now, which is Hausman. Right now it is still Snyder with the advantage, 12 to go.
Fredrickson made a nice move deep in the field on that restart, snookered him a little bit, got into 6th, but Chapman now coming on strong as he looks for a top 5 position. He's going top shelf to the high scary side, and he'll try to click off Davenport as a lot of people are on the bottom, and he's trying to take advantage. Inside now goes the 7C.
Everybody's pretty much mojo taking down to the low side, so if you can get a car that works on the high side, you're going to have something. A little bit further back, you have the Raging Bull, Clayton Christensen, now getting by the 2 of Fredrickson. But up front, it is still all Snyder.
Looking just past halfway as it'll be 11 down, 9 to go out of 3 and 4 this time for Superman. Hausman, Greenwood, Clebundy, and Chapman still trying to make up ground on the high side.
9 laps to go. We are just past the halfway point. And if this stays green, you know that Superman's going to be right back into lap traffic. Will that give Hausman or Greenwood a chance to get up there? Maybe Clebundy. Or check it out. Guess who just pulled themselves in the top 5? That is Toby Chapman as he goes around the 53 of Joe Miller.
Joe Miller fighting back, not going quietly in the 5th spot there as Chapman fades back a little bit. Snyder will catch lap traffic here in the next couple of corners.
First up on the hit parade is going to be the 45 of Steve Hurst. And, oh, problems for the 2 of Frederickson, Devin Frederickson. Colin No Joy pulling pit side, he is done. Meanwhile, Stu Snyder gets around Steve Hurst with no issue.
Got to the inside there and got by. As Hausman will try to get by him as well. He goes to the outside down the back straightaway and enters lap traffic with no problems as well. Getting around the next slower car is Superman by the flag stand. 5 to go.
Just 5 short laps around the Crawford County Speedway, and Superman Stu Snyder will pick up another feature victory. With where Joe Miller's sitting, that also means he very well could take the points lead back after tonight.
Matty Miller, the next lap car for Snyder. Hausman gets by, and there's no lap cars between him and Snyder now, but there might be momentarily as it's 3 to go this time.
3 more circuits around. Stu Snyder still trying to get around Matty Miller. He is now going to take it to the low side as they're going to go side by side down in 3. Snyder able to clear the 28. And next up is going to be Tim Ricky.
Hausman making up a little bit of time, but running out of it as well, as Snyder continues to roll the bottom off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway into 3 and 4, coming up on Bolte, the next lap car, as he accepts the white flag.
3/8 of a mile left for Superman as he's going to come out of 2, go down the back stretch. Ladies and gentlemen, as we always say, don't tug on his cape, just give him the win, the trophy, and the check. Superman, Stu Snyder's going to take home the win. The 4L Mike Hausman in second. Third is going to be the 43 of Jake Greenwood. Fourth, the Brett Clabundi, and Joe Miller will round out your top 5.